Hello,
Hello. Hi.
can
Hi.
you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you too. It's clear. Okay, so Travis, when are you going to take the test?
Yes. Oh, when? When? Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. The I didn't remember the next Monday. The next Saturday.
This coming Saturday?
Yes.
That's March 11, right?
Oh no no excuse me. I will check the calendar. I didn't remember exactly the.
18?
Yeah. 18.
Mm, okay, yes. Yes, that's next Saturday. And what's your target score?
Actually, I want to get a 6.5.
6.5. Is this your first
Mm-hmm.
time?
You mean the first time to take the exam or
This one,
the
this
first time?
coming March 18. Will that be your
Uh,
first time?
no, the second time.
So, what was your recent score?
The 5.5.
When did you take that?
The last 18th, uh, February 18th.
Hmm, I see. Okay, then, so let's have your part 1, 2, and 3 this time.
Sorry.
Let's have your part 1, 2, and 3. Okay?
Okay, sure.
Okay. So let's start. Good morning. I am Amber, your examiner for today. What's your full name?
Yishan Tan,
Where are you from?
uh, China, the southwest part of China.
Do you work or study?
I'm still a student.
Okay, so I would be asking you questions about reading. Is that fine?
Sure.
How often do you read?
Uh, I, maybe I read about. Oh, wait a moment. Can I have a like prepare for the talking, like so I'm sorry. Can I um think about what I'm going to say before I'm saying, or I should respond to you immediately?
Okay, so please answer the questions first and then I would be giving you the tips and strategies how to answer questions later. Okay?
I got that. Okay.
Okay,
Can we
so
start again?
how often do you read?
I read about 3 to 4 hours a week.
And do you have many books at home?
Yes, but lots of books are the textbook. I always read on my phone.
Okay. And do Chinese people do enough reading?
I don't think so. Lots of people are focused on the working and earning some money. So as I say, not too many people are loving reading.
Okay. So this time I'm going to give you your part 2. I'm
Okay.
going to send it to your QQ. Here's the question.
hmm
I'd
Wait,
like you
wait
to
a moment. I
describe a cafe which you have been
I
to.
look I
Okay.
look for pen.
Okay.
Just prepare for the writing. Yes. Okay. I got that.
You ready?
Yes.
You have 1 minute to prepare.
Okay.
Okay, time's up.
Okay.
Please start.
Uh, so I have a question about this problems.
Travis, please answer the question first, and then we'll discuss this one later. Okay?
Okay, okay.
Okay, please
So
start.
the restaurant is a Cantonese restaurant, and uh, Donghu in Chinese. We eat lots of the Cantonese food in that restaurant. Uh, like the dumplings, the uh, I'm not prepared well for this question. The dumplings, something, the chicken, the lots of snakes. The while I go to the restaurant because my family are Cantonese, so they really enjoy the food in the Cantonese restaurant. And why I like the restaurant, the reason there are three reasons, because there are lots of delicious dishes, and the price is really cheap. The last reason is the environment is pretty good. So I love this restaurant.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So now let's have your part 3. Here's the first question. What are some of the reasons why people eat out?
Sorry.
What are some of the reasons why people eat out?
Oh, oh. Uh, I think there are two reasons. First of all, people eat outside is because they do not have the time to cook themselves. So they look for some other place to eat. And the second reason why people eat outside is uh, it the environment in outside is much better in home. For example, if you are eating with your friends at home, you need to worry about the stuff like washing dishes or something like that. But you eat outside, there's no need to worry about these kind of things. So I think they are the two reasons why people eat outside.
Okay, so do people now go to restaurants more than before?
Mm, I don't think so. In my country and in the area where I live in, people are prefer eat at home. Uh, the reason is the reason is cooking by ourselves is cheaper than eating outside. And another reason is mm, in home we can be more flexible. We can lying on the lying on the ground and chatting with my friends whatever I want. So I think people are prefer eating at home, not going to outside.
Okay, so that's it.
Okay, thanks.
Um, Let me give you your score for this one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so wait, I'll just generate your score. So if you speak like this in real IELTS exam, the score that you can get is 4.5.
Sure, I know. Yeah, I didn't prepare well for this exam.
Yes. Okay, but of course, in real IELTS exam, there would also be time that you would be given a question which you haven't prepared for, I should say. So in this case, if you want to have detailed explanation of your score, you can also visit the website. So here's the password and account name that you can use. Okay.
Sure.
So let me explain it to you. Basically, when it comes to real IELTS exam, examiners have 4 criteria which they check. We have fluency and coherence. Lexical resource is your vocabulary. Grammar and accuracy, of course, that's grammar and pronunciation. Okay, so let's take a look at first your fluency and coherence. So when it comes to your fluency and coherence, what happens is that, let me show you the evaluation. Okay, so here. It says here that you occasionally repeat your ideas, you have slow or you speak slow, and then you try to use self-correction to keep going, has limited ability to link sentences. It means that you only have simple sentences and you were not able to use conjunctions. And another thing is you tend to give only simple responses. So basically, if you want to get 6.5, you have to answer at length, okay? Avoid giving short answer.
Okay.
And then when it comes to your vocabulary, that's only 4.0 because you tend to copy words from the question, and at the same time, the words that you've used are incorrect, which makes it difficult for the examiner to understand the ideas that you have.
Mhm.
And then when it comes to grammar, okay, that's only
Mhm.
5.0 because mostly you try to use simple sentences only, and some sentence structures are difficult to understand as well because of errors. On the other hand, or at the same time, your pronunciation is also 5.0. So generally, I can understand the ideas, but then when it comes to your accent, it makes it difficult for me to understand it. Okay, so now let's
Yes.
take a look at your answer. So for the first part, when I would be asking you like, what's your full name? So don't just give your name. You always have to answer the question in complete sentence, okay?
Okay, I got that.
So you can say I'm and then you mention your Chinese name, or you can also say my name is. If you want, you can also give your English name, so you can tell your examiner, please call me Travis, like this.
Mhm.
Okay, so please answer the question again. What's your full name?
My name is Yushan Tan, and you can call me Travis.
Okay, so the next question was, where are you from? And then you said, I'm from China, blah, blah. Of course, you're from China. The examiner knows that one. So in this case, it would be better if you mention where specifically do you live in China, which province or which city. Okay, so in
Mhm.
this case, you can start with my place of origin is blah, 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 and then which is located in north, south, west, east of China,
Mhm.
like that. And then you try to add more information so that you'd be able to have longer answers. So in this case, probably you can mention what is your place famous for. Okay, so you now say it's famous for.
I got that.
Please answer the question again. Where are you from?
My place i my place of origin is Nanchong, which is located in the south of China. It's famous for the food.
Okay, sorry, wrong spelling. So instead of saying the food, you'd better say it's famous for delicious. Other words for delicious, you can say mouth-watering. Mouth-watering delicacies. Delicacies means these ones are your traditional food.
Okay.
Okay, so please answer the question again. Where are you from?
My place of origin is Nanchong, which is located in the south of China. It's famous for the mouth-watering food. Is that
Yes,
right?
or mouth-watering delicacies.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically, if you want to get 6.0 or 6.5, what happens is that you try using less common expressions
Mhm.
and you try making use of complex sentences as well.
Mhm.
Okay, and avoid copying from the words from the question, so you have to rephrase the question. Okay,
Okay.
so in
Okay.
this case, let me give you a strategy on how you would be answering questions in part one. So like the sample answers that we had earlier, as you can see here, there are additional information. So probably in this case, you can have 3 to 5 sentences. Okay.
Mhm.
If you would be answering this question, you give first your answer, and then after that, you try to add details. So when you try to add details, probably in this case, you can give your reasons, or you can also give examples,
Mhm.
like this ones. Okay. So you can also answer the questions WH just to add more examples or more ideas. And you can also give results. So you can also combine these ones, like you can give the answer, you give the reason, you give example, and then you end with the result. Or if you want, you can give an answer, you give an example, you give results, or anyway, you just have to choose. You can choose, okay? You don't need to mention everything.
Sure.
Okay. So in this case, I asked you about reading. The question was, how often do you read? So in this case, you said, I read about 3 to 4 hours a week. So probably in this case, it would be better also if you give your reason. Why do you read 3 to 4 hours a week?
Mhm.
Why do you read 3 to 4 hours a week?
Because I have a lot of works to do, like because I'm a student right now, there are
Mm-hmm.
lots of assignments online, and
Mm-hmm.
the assignment reading to finish. So to read the books, I just have 3 or 4 hours.
Okay. So in this case, as I've told you, try to make use of idioms. So you can say I'm busy with. Other expressions for busy with, you can say I'm tied up with. Okay.
Okay.
And
Mhm.
then less common expressions, instead of saying assignments or homework, you can say academic responsibilities.
Okay.
So you now say I'm busy or I'm tied up with my academic responsibilities. So I don't have much time to read, like that.
Mm.
Okay, so the
Okay.
result is don't have much time to read, like this. Okay,
Mhm.
so please answer the question again. How often do you read?
Uh, I always read 3 to 4 hours a week because I'm busy with the academic responsibilities, so I don't have too much time to read.
Yeah, so don't say the academic responsibilities, you should say my academic responsibilities.
Okay, my academic responsibilities.
Yes. Okay, and the next question is, do you have many books at home? So in this case, you try to answer first the question. The question starts with do. Okay, so if the question starts with do or did or does, you try to answer first with yes or no. So what's your answer? Yes or no?
Mm, I messed up because I said I have lots of textbook, but not like the habit book, like some other books.
So what's your answer?
My answer is no. I have lots of textbook, but I do not have some other books.
So you should say no, I don't. Or no, I don't have. Other words for many, you can say manifold, or you can also use numerous books at home. And then you give your reason. Why don't you have many books at home?
Let me think about that. There's a question. Actually, I don't like reading, so
Mm. Okay, I don't like reading. You can say reading is not my cup of tea. It means you don't like reading. Okay,
hmm
so you now say, no, I don't have many books, manifold books at home, because reading is not my cup of tea, like that. And then I only have textbooks. And then you try to add information. You use which so that you can have complex sentence structure. So you can say which I use for my studies and homework.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so don't say as I saying this is not clear. Probably you want to say as I said.
Did you see that? I was just
Yes.
saying. Oh, I didn't notice that.
And then are loving reading. Are loving. Okay.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Grammatically, Travis, this is correct, but then we don't say are loving because if we're going to use are, yes, it should be verb ing. However, if the verb is a sense verb, we don't say are loving this time. This is something that you do on a regular thing or your parents do on a regular thing. So you have to say love only. Okay,
Yes.
so
Yeah, because I said are, so I want to keep saying the complete sentence. Just have to say loving.
okay, anyway,
Yeah.
yes, this one here, if you're talking about a regular activity, okay, something that happens on a regular basis, you have to use simple tense.
Mm-hmm.
So don't use be verb ing because that's continuous tense, okay?
Okay.
There. So please answer the question again. Do you have many books at home?
No, I don't have many books in my room. Because I only have textbooks which I use for my studies and homeworks. As I said, oh sorry. Yeah, that's finished.
Yes, that's it. Okay, so now let's take a look at your part 2. So basically, when it comes to your part 2, here's the question. The question is describe a cafe which you have been to, right? So in this case, when we say restaurant, this is coffee restaurant. When we say cafe, other words for this one, we can say coffee restaurant. So the restaurant that is talking about here is a cafe. Okay, you
Uh,
can
uh,
also say it cafeteria.
so the only choice is Starbucks, right?
That's not the only choice. If you have other choices, then that would be good. And you can also say coffee shop. Okay, so that's cafe. In this
I'm
case here, your answer is not actually related to cafe. You're talking about a restaurant that serves, what's that? Chinese cuisine, right? Like
I'm sorry,
dumplings and
I can't
chicken.
hear you.
Hello, can you hear me? I can hear you. Hello? Hello? Okay, please try again.
Can we connect again? I just stop this one.
Yes.
Wait, I don't know how to do this. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah. I can hear you.
Okay, so what I said was that your answer in part 2 is not related to cafe. You were talking about a Chinese restaurant.
Oh, something wrong happens again.
Do you have Skype account?
I don't know what's happened.
Hello?
I'm sorry about the problems on my laptop.
It's okay. Can you hear me now?
Sure.
Okay, so there. As I've told you, your part 2 is not related to the question, okay? But then let me check your grammar first.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean by are in Chinese? Do you mean in China?
Yeah, I always make lots of mistakes when I in the speaking exams.
Yeah, so you just have to relax, okay? Don't say are in Chinese, it better say are in China. And then it's
Mm-hmm.
not the dumplings, remove the.
Yeah, I just
And it's not also the chicken, just say
mm-hmm.
chicken, no the.
Yeah.
And then don't say to your examiner, I'm not prepared well. Don't say this one to your examiner. And besides, it's not I'm not. So you should say I'm not prepared. So you can say I'm not well prepared like this. But don't say this one to your examiner.
I got that.
Okay. And then lots of snakes. Is it right?
Mm-hmm.
Snakes.
Yes.
Okay. So in that restaurant you eat snakes. Can you see
Oh,
your QQ?
no, 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 no. Not the snacks.
Snacks.
Yeah,
Yes.
I can't distinguish the two words.
Snakes. This one is long A.
Slacks, slacks, right?
Yes, yes. Okay, so the why I go to the restaurant, it's not the why.
The reason why. Yeah.
Yes, you should say the reason why. And then they really enjoying, it should be.
Really enjoying. I see that. Oh, I
Yes.
can't be.
How do you check this one?
The we really enjoying the food and the environment in the
It's the
restaurant.
same. We're really enjoying, that's still grammatically incorrect.
Incorrect? Uh,
We're
I have
really
no idea.
enjoying. No, it's not we really. If
No, I mean there's no ing.
we really enjoy. But is this something in the past?
Okay, I have no idea.
Did this happen in the past? Or you do it on a regular basis?
I think it should be a regular basis.
Okay, so we really enjoy. And why I like the restaurant, that's actually the same as the reason why, so don't repeat your ideas.
Okay,
And you only spoke for 58 seconds.
I'm supposed to speak more than 1 minute, right?
You have to speak 1 to 2 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, so in this case, let's go back to the question. The question says here, describe a cafe which you have been to. Okay, so look at the questions there. It says where this restaurant is, what type of food, why you go to this restaurant, explain why you like this restaurant. So the restaurant here is a coffee restaurant. Okay, so for the
Mm-hmm.
first part, you try to introduce first your ideas. So where is this restaurant located?
Mm-hmm.
And then you also mentioned the name of the restaurant. And probably you can also add when do you go there and with whom do you go there with.
Okay.
And then for the second part of your talk this time, you now describe the cafe. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Describe the cafe. So is this like a big cafe or small cafe?
You
Hello?
ask me?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, because I said the restaurant is not a cafe, so if I will change
Cafe,
my
you talk
answer.
about the cafe this time.
Yeah, the Starbucks is a middle-sized cafe.
Okay, so we can say middle-sized. Middle-sized, you'd better say medium-sized. Medium-sized cafe, and
Mm-hmm.
then what type of food the restaurant has?
My favorite products in the Starbucks are the strawberry cream and the soy latte.
Okay, so you now say they serve. Less common expression for serve, you can also say cater. They cater a collection of coffee, coffee. What else? They also have tea, right?
Yes.
Tea. And then after this one, you now say of which my favorite is blah blah blah, like that. What else do they serve?
Mm, the milk
Yes.
and some fruit like the bananas and the cake.
Okay, bananas, cake, that would be like pastries. We call them pastries. So in this case, you now say not only that, but also they serve milk, fruits, and pastries, like
Mm-hmm.
this. There. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So for the third part, you give now your reason why you go to this restaurant.
I speak right now or
What are your reasons? The first reason is
go to outside for the lunch.
you go here for lunch?
No, no, no. In the third part, you ask me why people are go outside for food.
No, the question, look at the question. Look at the question. It says there, why you go to this restaurant? Why do you go to Starbucks?
Oh,
It's
you
not
mean
other people, it's you.
the second part. Wait, it's okay.
The fourth
Why
part,
you go
not
to
the
the
third part.
restaurant? Yeah, because it's very close to my school, so I can get a cup of coffee, very
Okay, very easily. Easily,
easily.
you remove very, so instead of saying easily, you can say conveniently, right? So you
Yes,
can say it's convenient for me to grab a cup of coffee. So this one is
yes.
an idiomatic expression, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then you give the reason. How long does it take you to go there?
Mm, I always take the subway to my school, so after take get off from the subway, it takes about 5 to 6 minutes to the Starbucks, and the Starbucks is just on the other side to my school. So,
So how long does it take you to go to Starbucks from your school?
oh, just 30 seconds, just across one
Mm,
street.
okay. So you can say it's convenient for me to grab a cup of coffee because it only takes me about 30 seconds to go there.
Mm-hmm.
To go there from my school. Okay, 30 seconds on foot, right?
Yeah,
On foot to get there or to go there
to get there.
from my school there. And what could be other reasons?
Uh, oh, the another reason is there is only one coffee restaurant near my school, so I have no other choice.
Okay, so don't say the another reason, remove the. Just say another reason is.
Another reason? Yeah, okay.
Another reason is that it's the only cafe that is close to my campus, other words for school, close to my campus. So, what do you like about the restaurant?
I really enjoy the cafes in Starbucks.
Okay. So, are there other reasons?
Frankly, no.
Okay. What impresses me the most is blah blah blah, like that. Okay?
hmm
What impresses me the most is their coffee, and then you add information which gives me the feeling of what do you feel when you drink their coffee?
Mm, when I drink the coffee, what I feel,
Mm.
uh, I have no idea. Can you give me some like
You
examples?
feel relaxed?
Oh yes, I feel relaxed. Yeah.
Okay. So, which gives me the feeling of relaxation from the hustle and bustle of my life, like this. Hustle and bustle means these ones are the regular things that you do,
Mhm. Mhm.
and that makes you very stressed. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, that's it. So please answer the question again.
The whole question, the part
Yes.
two.
Yes, you
Oh,
follow the ideas that we have here. Okay?
okay.
Please
So,
start.
my favorite coffee restaurant is the Starbucks, which is near to my universities. I always take a drink after school, or I'm sorry, after the meal, after the lunch, because it can wake me up after drinking some coffee. And this restaurant is medium size. It cannot serve too much people. And my favorite coffee in the Starbucks is the soy latte and the strawberry cream. Besides, they serve not only the coffee, but also serve the bananas and the snacks, some snacks. Uh, I love the Starbucks because it's very convenient for me to grab a cup of coffee because it only takes me about 30 seconds on foot to get there from my school. Another reason is that it's the only coffee store that which is close to my campus. The most impressed me thing is when I drinking the coffee, it really make me relax. So that's the coffee restaurant I like.
Okay. That's it. You try adding those idiomatic expressions so that you'd be able to get 6.5. Because if you don't make use of them, then it would be difficult for you to get that score. So in this case, it's not cafe restaurant, it's not cafe, it's cafe. Okay, and then you remove restaurant because cafe already means restaurant.
Oh, I see.
And then it's not near to because near is already a preposition. You remove to.
Mm-hmm.
Just say near, near my school.
Okay.
And then it's not after the lunch, remove the, no the. It cannot serve too much people. If you're going to use much, it should be plus and countable noun. But people is countable.
Yeah, I know all the mistakes I made, but I can't avoid it when I'm speaking.
So if that's the case, then if you notice your mistakes, you have to check yourself immediately. Otherwise, that would be considered as grammatical errors. Okay, and that would be a minus point on your part.
Okay.
And then it's not cafe store, because cafe is already a store. Just say cafe.
Okay.
So as I've told you earlier, the other expressions for cafe, let's go back, could be, where is that?
You mean the cafeteria?
Yes. Coffee
And remember.
restaurant, cafeteria, coffee shop, like those things.
Mm-hmm.
So you try to memorize these words here.
Okay.
It would help you a lot.
Okay.
And then the most impressed me thing is, how do you check this one? This is grammatically incorrect.
Yeah. The the things the thing impressed me most is blah blah blah.
The thing impressed me most? No, that's still grammatically incorrect.
Ah, the impress me. The things impress me most. The the thing give me a deep impression.
The
Is
thing that give me deep impression, that's still grammatically incorrect.
what? So I have no idea about this.
Okay. So in this case, the most impressive thing is, you can say the most impressive thing for me is,
Ah, I see. For me, it's
or the one that I gave you earlier, you can say what impresses me the most is.
what impresses me is okay.
Okay, so that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And part three, if you would be asking the examiner to repeat the question for you, don't say sorry. We don't say sorry. We don't say sorry or pardon. We don't need to apologize because he did not make any mistake here. So in this case, you can just ask the examiner to repeat the question for you. So you can say, can you please repeat?
Mm-hmm.
Like this, or could you repeat the question? Like that. Okay?
Okay.
So in this case, the first question is, what are some of the reasons why people eat out? What are some of
Yeah.
the reasons why people eat out? So you said eat outside is because this is grammatically incorrect. How do you check this one?
Because eating outside is blah blah blah.
Because eating outside is, if you're going to use because, there should be like a sentence first and then after that because. But
Yeah.
this one is the beginning of your talk.
Okay. So my reason is my reason is uh eating outside can bring lots of convenience to people.
My reason is, but that's not your reason, right? That's the reason of other people. So you can say the major reason is.
Major reason is. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then don't have the time to cook themselves. They
By
cook
themselves.
themselves.
Don't have the time to cook for themselves.
Okay, so for. And then the environment in outside.
The environment.
This is grammatically incorrect.
I know.
If you say
I just
in, it means inside. If you say out, it means outside. So they are totally opposite.
the
So remove
environment.
in.
The environment outside, right?
Yes. Okay, these two reasons. You should say these two reasons.
These two reasons, yes.
Okay. And so in this case here, if you would be answering this, if you have two reasons, so the first one is you can say the major reason is that,
Mm-hmm.
and then you give the second reason, you now say to add, or you can also say what's more.
Okay.
Okay, please answer the question again. What are some of the reasons why people eat out?
There are two reasons. The major one is eating outside can bring some convenience to people who don't have the enough time to cook for themselves. And another reason, what's more, um, the environment outside is pretty good than in home. In home, that sounds weird.
So how do you say that?
Than staying at home.
Yes, at home. Okay, so don't say the enough time. No, they don't have enough time. And then pretty good than in home. Yes, that should be at home. Basically, if you're going to make comparison, so instead of saying pretty good, you'd better say better than.
Yes, better.
Yes. So the next question was, do people now go to restaurants more than before? And then your
I
answer was no. Okay.
mhm.
So in this case, don't say are prefer eat at home.
Wait.
Remove are. So we prefer. Okay.
Mhm.
We prefer we prefer eating at home.
Yes.
And the reason is cooking by ourselves is cheaper.
Yes.
Why cheaper?
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yes.
Probably you can add details here.
Why cheaper?
And then,
Details.
yes, and
Mhm.
then if you're going to say the reason is plus, you have to use sentence again. So you should say the reason is that. And then after that, you add the sentence. So you have to add that here. Okay, so it's not in home, it's at home.
Okay.
And can lying on the ground, it's can plus base verb. So you should say,
Can lie on the ground? No, it's not
yes,
great. Not good.
yes, lie on the ground. Okay, so that's it. So basically, you have to work on your grammar, vocabulary, and organization.
Sure. And by the way, do you have time tomorrow? Because I want to keep. Yeah.
Let me check.
I want to take this class. I think I should practice.
Probably tomorrow, 1 p.m.
The same time?
Yes.
Okay. I will be
Okay,
there.
so I'll meet you tomorrow, 1 p.m. Here's your homework. Okay?
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so that's it for today, Travis, and have a good day.
You too. I really appreciate this.
You're welcome.